Hello and welcome to Tiger Field, where tonight Princeton will be facing off against the Boonville Pioneers. Boonville 4-2, Princeton 4-2. The Tigers are trying to snap a two-game losing streak, and Boonville is going to kick off to Princeton. Back to receive number 1, the electric Javon Wilkerson. It'll be interesting to see how Princeton rebounds after a heartbreaking loss to Jasper last week. Had a one-possession game, 3rd and 20, and give up a touchdown there. That was a straw that broke the camel's back, and we are underway. Oh, they are going to kick it to Wilkerson. Here's Javon with it. He's already up to the 25. Javon will bounce it outside. He'll cut it back in. Still at the 25. He'll be brought down from the 25-yard line. Interesting note before the game, it was homecoming. Joe Wilt and Emily Harrington are your king and queen. Wilt, of course, playing tight end for Princeton. 3 touchdown catches on the season. Rappel's going to work out of the shotgun with Joe Bickler to his left. Wilkerson in the slot. Gibson out wide, and it looks like that is Malik Hardiman on the far side of the field, also out wide. Rappel. He'll take the snap. A little play action. They're going to look deep, right down the seam, and Wilt hauls it in, and Joe Wilt, see you later. A quick score for Princeton. Joe Wilt, the homecoming king. Have a night, young fella. My goodness, that is how you get a ball game started. A 71-yard Tiger TD. They ran him right along the seam over that cover 2. Looked like the free safety went for the pick, and the strong safety just flat out couldn't catch up to Wilt. My goodness. That's how you want to start off the game. You get the crown before, and then you get a TD 20 seconds into it. Luke Dunn, another homecoming attendant, will come out to attempt the PAT.
A terrible start for Boonville, as they're not a high-scoring team at all. For them to get behind is huge because they are not a high-scoring team, and they aren't very prolific on offense. So they rely on their defense, and right there they got burnt first play.
So Wilt quickly scores for Princeton. PAT is good. 7-0 Tigers, 11:41 left in the first quarter, and that is how you want to do it if you're Princeton. A quick early score. It looks like Joe Wilt now is going to kick off too for Princeton. I like that out of the gate from Princeton, a little aggressiveness. Went with the play action pass. I think everyone was expecting Princeton to run, as they are a run-heavy offense, even though they spread the field. And Princeton's going to go with an onside, and it'll be gobbled up there by number 82, Dalton Ralph. Boonville now with the football. Only 1 second runs off the clock there on the onside kick. Under center for Boonville, number 10, Lane Kirkland. Camden Cartwright will be the tailback. Boonville coming out in a power O look here, 2 wide. Here it is, Kirkland. He'll hand off to Cartwright. Cartwright, he's pretty quick out there on the outside. He got a nice read, and there's a pickup at 12 on the power O stretch. Crisp, cool night here in Princeton. Rain is falling, a slight mist. And with 11:32 left to go in the first quarter, Princeton once again is up 7-0 after a 71-yard touchdown pass from Rumpel to Wilt to start off the football game. Once again, more of that power O set from Boonville. They're going to run a tight end, 2 wide, a fullback and a tailback. Snap, another handoff to Cartwright. Cartwright, that's going to be a gain of 4.5, but a nice gang tackle by Princeton. Interesting, Joe Bickler in playing safety for Princeton. So you got your starting running back playing both ways. Malik Hardeman also going to be going both ways. Same with Cordell Gooch. And Sean Gibson, I believe that is it, going both ways for the Tigers here tonight. It's definitely one thing that is very much improved since Waylon Shank has got here is obviously the numbers and the depth. Here it is, Kirkland under center. He's going to pass. They got single coverage up top. They throw the out route, and hit him in a bad place, right in the hands. Number 84, Austin Greer, couldn't haul it in. Nice pass right there by Lane Kirkland. Definitely a ball that should have been caught. Wouldn't have gone for much of a gain. Matters. Here it is, 3rd and 7 for Boonville. Princeton still running the same 3-4 defense. They are fully committed to stopping the run here. Same set for Boonville. Kirkland under center. Once again, Cartwright behind him. Kirkland, he's going to hand off. And there it is, a nice big game from Cartwright. He is extremely quick, and Malik Hardeman is going to push him out of bounds. Mark Hall almost blew that play up in the backfield. He should be pretty fresh after he was tossed from the Princeton-Gibson Southern game and was suspended last week against Jasper. And here it is, a first down. Ball right outside the red zone at Princeton's 22-yard line. 10:45 left in the first quarter. Boonville driving, sticking with the power O set. Lane Kirkland under center. And it's a fullback dive, and that's going to go for literally a yard. Maybe a yard there. Braden Burton got the ball there on the fullback dive. He couldn't do anything with it. And it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Boonville. Really nice job up front by that front three.
Last week, Princeton was able to hold Jasper to 4 field goals instead of touchdowns, so that's huge. They've been able to bend but not break down in the red zone.
Yeah, not every team is going to have a kicker as good as Jasper's, or they're lining him up for 60, 40, 45-yarders. I'm sure the Pittsburgh Steelers would have liked that last night. Here it is, Kirkland under center. They're going to run a wide-out screen. A nice play call. He's got the first, I believe. Yep, first down for Boonville. And we are just under 10 minutes left here in the first quarter. Boonville driving against Princeton. He's actually going to be it's going to be 3rd and inches here. Going to assume Boonville is going to stick in the exact same set. Princeton gave Gibson Southern its best game of the season 2 weeks ago and then almost beat the Jasper Wildcats in Jasper, which is an extremely hard feat. They always play fantastic at home. Here it is, Kirkland under center. The snap. Going to give it off to Cartwright. He's got the first down and more. He's going to be brought down at the 8-yard line. At the 8-yard line, pardon me. First down, Boonville Pioneers. Garrett Dean's going to check into the game, along with Joe Wilt and Dakota Edens. Princeton might have to burn a timeout. I don't know if they have 11 people on the field. I believe they do now. Kirkland, he's once again going to go from under center. The snap, little stretch play out. There's Cartwright, and he's going to get in there. Touchdown, Boonville. Couple quick touchdowns. A nice methodical drive from Boonville, and Princeton with the big play.
What do you know? After a 7-3 ball game for Boonville last week, they've already matched their total here in the first quarter with 9 minutes remaining. So might have a shootout in the Big 8.
Very well could. And if it's a shootout, you got to think that favors Princeton. But that drive did not look good. Did not look good for Princeton at all.
Well, Princeton's run defense has been good this year. They holding Jasper good last week. As the kick is going to be good, but last week held Jasper good on the rush. I mean, they got beat with the pass. You know, that's what the worry's been for Princeton this year has been the pass defense. But the run, we not had to worry about a lot. But just like that, it looked like they had nobody. I mean, the stretch play was just really whipping the Tigers up front.
Yeah, and Cartwright has a lot of speed that Princeton hasn't dealt with all season. Princeton does well against the power run. You could tell they weren't really running through the gaps very well, but get him outside, get him around the tackle, and it looked like Cartwright is could possibly have his way with Princeton tonight. An extremely fast back, hits his top speed very fast. This Princeton D lineman, they just look worn out after that drive. Here it is, Boonville. You have to come out. They might be thinking of something tricky to do here. Remember, Wood Memorial tried an onside kick, and Jalen Hyman caught that one right in the sternum to start off the season. And with 9:06 left in the game, your score is 7-7. Cartwright with an 8-yard TD for Boonville. Joe Wild a 71-yard receiving touchdown for Princeton. And Princeton back deep again is Wilkerson. They're going to squib it up the gut. Definitely don't want Javon to get this. Ooh, that might go out of bounds, and it's going to go out. The ball was touched by Princeton. Here it is, 25. Ball will be at the 25-yard line. Princeton will get the ball at the 25, exactly around where they got it last time. It'll be interesting to see what Princeton does after going for a shot. Really like that play call out of Coach Shank. I don't think anyone was expecting that. And here it is, Princeton once again, Rumpel in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Bickler, and it's a reverse. Malik Hardiman. Hardiman, he's got the first down and more. Malik Hardiman then proceeds to truck Jordan Nicholson of the Boonville Pioneers. That's a nice pickup at 20. First down for Princeton. They now have the football at their 47-yard line. Joe Wild out wide. Sean Gibson out wide. Rumpel also out wide. This could be a little bit of a Wildcat set. Whenever you run your Wildcat, you always keep your quarterback out there. I understand that Malik Hardiman is a quarterback also, but Lane Rumpel's lined up in the slot, so you got to watch a reverse where he could possibly chuck it downfield. Malik Hardiman, he's going to keep it. Up the gut he goes. Hardiman. There's a pickup of 4 yards there from Malik Hardiman. Princeton now in Boonville territory.
We know that Boonville didn't allow a touchdown last week, but that Mount Vernon offense has been struggling all year scoring points. So, it'll be interesting to see, maybe this Boonville defense isn't what they're made out to be.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, for Princeton. If you went out, you get yourself a chunk of the Big 8, which is awesome. That hasn't happened in years. Here it is, the handoff. They're going to run Bickler on some power. Oh, Bickler up the gut. He's got a first down and more, and Bickler taking some shots and moving some piles. That's going to be a pickup of 10. First down, Princeton. 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Your score is 7-all. And Bickler with a pickup of 10 there on the power O out of the shotgun. Looked like he was going to get stuck and ended up dishing out the punishment himself. Rumpel from the shotgun again. They're going to go with a bubble screen out to Javon Wilkerson. Wilkerson juking up the field. He'll get a nice pickup of about 6.5 yards. Second down for Princeton here. Princeton likes to get the plays in quick and run some up-tempo offense, really try to wear down their opponent. Still a light drizzle falling. Rumpel once again out of the shotgun. Bickler to his left. Rumpel will take the snap. He's going to hand it off straight up the gut. Bickler just going to keep on pounding the rock forward. He's right around the marker. Don't know if he has it, I believe. And I think they're going to stop to measure this one here. Oh, actually, first down, Princeton. Nice run by Bickler. He had the second effort there, and it got him the first down. 7:14 left in the first quarter. Your score, Boonville 7, Princeton 7. Here it is, Rumpel out of the shotgun. He's once again takes the snap. Little play action. They're going to run a screen to Wilkerson. Wilkerson spins. Oh, he dropped the football. Might be a good thing he dropped it because he might have been tackled for a loss there. Coach Shank working in a lot of play action this week. Maybe must have saw something on film. Maybe saw some aggressiveness from the Boonville Pioneers he thought he could take advantage of. Rumpel out of the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Bickler. Bickler on the outside. He's going to pick up 3 yards. 3rd and 7 for Princeton. Rumpel going to get the call. Princeton going to stick with the same personnel. It looks like Bickler's going to move to Rumpel's right. 3rd and 6 for Princeton. Ball's at the Boonville 25-yard line. Rumpel with the hard count, not going to get anyone. Looks over to get the call from Coach Shank. 8 seconds left on the play clock. 5 seconds left on the play clock. 3 seconds left on the play clock. 1 second left, and they're going to get it off, and they're going to heave it deep. Rumpel, a nice ball. And, oh! A little bit too high, throw right to the back pylon, just past the outstretched arms of Joe Wilt. I think this is 4-down territory for Princeton. You're in no man's land. If you punt and it goes into the end zone, you give them 5 yards. I'm fully expecting Princeton to go for this. Cold, rainy night. Don't think you want to go out and kick the field goal. Coach Shank, I believe, is going to go for this. If you're Boonville, once again, you have to watch the hard count. You don't want to give them those extra 5 yards and make it a 4th and inches. Rumpel out of the shotgun. Boonville's loading up in the box. 7 men in the box. They're running single man, 8 men in the box, pardon me, for Boonville. There's a bubble screen out to Wilkerson, and that ball hit the ground. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Boonville Pioneer football. They loaded up the box, dared Princeton to throw it. They did. And it did not work in Princeton's favor. Boonville's going to have the ball with 6 minutes left here in the first quarter.
I'd like to thank a few sponsors: Jubilar & Sons, Chevy Cadillac Toyota Scion Commercial Vehicles in Jasper, and Jubilar & Sons GMC Cadillac in Vincennes, where customers send their friends since 1929. Check us out online anytime, 24/7 at jubilar.com.
And a quick turnover on downs there for Princeton after a nice drive. And with 6:06 left here in the first quarter, we're tied up at 7-all after a turnover on downs from Princeton. Kirkland. He's going to hand it off to Connor outside. He's got a nice chunk there, and there's a pickup of 9.5 for Boonville. Boonville really having their way with Princeton running outside of the tackles. Second down and inches here for the Boonville Pioneers. After a nice pickup of 9 from the shotgun. Kirkland, this time from under center. Cartwright going to be behind him. Kirkland, they're going to hand it off, and he got the first down. Pick up a 2 for Cartwright, and it's going to be a first down for the Boonville Pioneers.
As you said earlier, though, Princeton's been successful with the power backs. The front 7 for the Tigers is strong, but the quickness is just not there for a speed back, and they really haven't seen.
Yeah, and the thing with Princeton is it's going to be extremely hard to get the angles to tackle them on the running back whenever your safety is playing 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. He's not going to have an angle. He's basically another middle linebacker, and he's going to get caught up in the commotion. Here it is, a handoff, Cartwright up the gut. We got a flag flying, a little bit of dirty laundry on the field. Pick up a 3 on the play, but I have a feeling it's going to be coming back in the area that flag was thrown. Holding on Boonville. Princeton will take that. It's definitely, if you're Boonville, that could be a drive killer, especially if you're a run-based team. I know they've been getting some big chunks, but first down and 20 for the Boonville Pioneers. 5:30 left in the first quarter. We're tied up at 7-all. Here it is once again, Kirkland. Looks like he's going to be working under center. Cartwright's in the slot now. Here it is, Kirkland. They're going to hand it off to the fullback. Burton, he's got a nice lane, and he's got the first down. A pickup of 21 for Boonville. They are destroying Princeton with these off-tackle runs.
Those stretch plays remind me back when Peyton Manning played for the Colts. I mean, when they did run the ball, which was rare, it was a stretch play, usually the old Edgerrin James.
I remember Joseph Adai used to do that, actually. Whenever the Colts finally beat the Patriots in 2006 going to win the Super Bowl, they ran the exact same play, a little stretch outside back-to-back times to find their way into the end zone and ultimately beat New England in what was then the RCA Dome. Kirkland from the shotgun. Connor's in motion. He's got the ball, and he's going to grind out a pick up of 5. Boonville's running all over Princeton here. 4:45 left in the first quarter, and after that one big play, Boonville, some teams die after that, and some teams get fired up, and Boonville looks like they are fired up, running the ball down Princeton's throat. 4:35 left in the first quarter, 7-all. Boonville, once again, going to be working from the shotgun. Number 40, Burton to Kirkland's left. Cartwright in the slot. They're going to snap it. They're going to run a wide receiver screen. Connor has it. He's got the first down and more. Good tackle by Brogan Rainier. Pickup of about 10. First down, Boonville. They are marching down the field on Princeton's homecoming night. Definitely not the best of weather for homecoming. Everyone has the umbrellas out. I see basically a tent to our right in the stands, so people do not want to get wet. Kirkland will be working from under center. Burton once again behind him, the power back. Cartwright in the slot. They're going to run another stretch. It's time to Burton, and he's cutting it up the field, and Burton has a lot of room all the way down to the Princeton Tigers' 14-yard line. They are running all over the Tigers. You could drive a Mack truck through that hole.
I've been impressed with the Boonville linemen to be able to pull out there, and the speed of the linemen as well as the size, and they've been really just been able to push the Tigers around early in the first quarter.
Yeah, Princeton cannot get the edge. I don't know if their linemen, if those D tackles are in too far, if they're not playing outside wide enough, because Princeton does like to play a pretty pinched D line. Kirkland, once again, he'll be under center. Trips right for Boonville. They're going to run it. Burton again. And, bouncing off. Pick up a 3 there for the Boonville Pioneers. And now it's down to Princeton's 9-yard line. In comes the goal line unit for Princeton with Garrett Dean, Dakota Edens, and now Joe Wilden.
Here at Princeton on a rainy, cool evening, homecoming here.
Boonville breaks from the huddle. Kirkland going to work from under center. Cartwright in the slot. Burton behind him.
They're not covering Cartwright. He's completely uncovered now. Now we'll figure that out.
Hand off outside. Burton, another stretch, and Burton's in the end zone. Touchdown, Boonville Pioneers. The stretch is just destroying Princeton up front.
The good thing about that is it's really still early in the game, and Princeton has time to figure it out. But right now, it looks like they're just outmanned and being out physicaled by Boonville early in this first quarter.
It looks like the Princeton Tiger defense is playing in slow motion. The offense had a nice drive. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe get a nice long methodical drive in like Boonville's done. Let the defense get their win back. It'll be interesting to see what happens. The kick is up and the PAT is good. Touchdown Boonville.
We'd like to thank the Goldsmith, located at 205 North Embry Street in Princeton. Find jewelry, gifts for him or her. Rings, necklaces, watches, earrings, personalized items, and more. Stop in today at the Goldsmith in Princeton. Also, I thank Nathan Blow, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agent. Have what you need and know what you have. Call Nathan today at 812-385-2587. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood. Modern Personnel in Princeton is now hiring for immediate positions. Great local jobs are available. Stop by our office at 104 North Avenue in Princeton or call 812-386-JOBS. Industrial cleaners, grain elevator operators, production, rail prep, and more. Call Modern Personnel today.
Boonville's second kick, back to receive for the Tigers, number 1, Javon Wilkerson.
And the stretch plays that Boonville are running are absolutely destroying that Princeton Tiger defense.
Should we call an ambulance?
And the kick is off. Running up, Malik Hardiman's not going to get it, and this is going to go down to the 3-yard line. Hardiman's going to pick it up. Ooh, he might have been able to bounce that outside. He's running up the gut. Hardiman, he'll get it out to the 20-yard line, so looked very bad. Turns out to be completely average for Princeton. Nice play by Hardiman. Boonville did a good job not over pursuing on that kick, staying in their lane, so Hardeman couldn't bounce it out and take it to the house.
Lucky on that play. I mean, Hardeman made something out of nothing. It could have been a lot worse for the Tigers.
I mean, if he was feeling lackadaisical and thought it was a punt, Boonville could have scooped and scored that. It's interesting here. You have single coverage to Joe Wilt on the far side of the field. They're going to hand it off to Bickler up the gut, a big hole. He's going to get tripped up. Pick up a 5 still for Princeton, so a nice gain there. Rumpel, once again out of the shotgun. Playing Rumpel out of the shotgun. Bickler to his left. 3 wide for Princeton. Princeton, Rumpel's going to drop back, sling it right down the seam again, and oh! Malik Hardeman dropped the football. Looked like he slowed up on his route to catch it. Princeton is really attacking this cover 2 aggressively right down the seams, and I like it. I love the play calling here from Coach Shank. 9 times out of 10, Hardeman's going to make that catch.
Yeah, tough break there for the Tigers, but Boonville's just manning up and saying, hey, try to throw it past us. And so far, Princeton on the first touchdown did, and now that one they beat Boonville, but they just couldn't catch.
Yeah, Boonville is loading up. They're putting 8 men in the box on every single play, and they are going to run the reverse again. Dirty laundry out, and ooh, Hardeman gets tossed down. Looks like that's probably going to be a flag here on Princeton. And now the punting unit is going to come out for Princeton.
And Boonville says, no, we don't want it because it's going to be 4th down. It'll be
4th down for the Princeton Tigers. At their own 25-yard line, they're going to need a nice punt here. Coach Shank normally has a lot of trickery lined up for punt, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Wilt, back deep. He'll take the snap and he'll boot it deep. About a 30-yard punt, and it's going to roll forward. It's going to be a 26-yard punt for Joe Wilt. First down, Boonville. At Boonville's 48-yard line. Out comes the Tigers defense, who's been worn out by the runs of the Boonville Pioneers. Still a light drizzle falling here at Tigers Stadium. Kirkland, once again, from under center. Looks like Cartwright's going to be behind him. Single back set. Trips right for the Pioneers. They're going to run it up the gut. Cartwright, that's going to be a gain of 2, and a flag's going to fall in. Right around the tackle. And it's going to be a hold. Hold on the Boonville Pioneers. Minute 38 left here in the first quarter. Your score, Boonville 14, Princeton 7 on a cold, rainy day. It's going to be 1st and 20 once again for the Boonville Pioneers. Last time they were in this predicament, Burton busted a 21-yard run. Kirkland once again going to be working from under center. Trips right, Boonville. Along with the tailback. They're going to run the stretch play. Oh, good job by Princeton. Kane Madison sniffed that out. Looked like a little aggressiveness after the play there for 2 Princeton players and a Boonville player. And it's going to be 2nd and 20. 2nd and 20 for the Boonville Pioneers after the stretch is finally shut down for a gain of none. Kane Madison jumped all over it outside. Maybe that's the adjustment Princeton's going to do. If I'm Princeton, I would just dare them to run it up the middle. Mark Hall, Zach Motts, I believe it's Dakota Eden's in there right now. Those 2 guys, they know what they're doing up front. They'll shut you down. Connor's in motion. They're going to keep it. Boonville's going to roll out and look the pass. They're going to sling it. Caught. No, he dropped it. Nice stick right there by Joe Bickler, and it's going to be 3rd and 20 for the Boonville Pioneers. If I'm Boonville, I'd go ahead and run the stretch again. That's what's been their most effective play. But the speedy cart right in there and see what he can do.
We'll see if now Boonville wants to try to take a chance downfield because, I mean, last week Princeton got beat deep on a couple of plays. We'll see if Kirkland can throw it out there.
Yeah, the two safeties in right now are Sean Gibson and Brogan Rainier. Princeton going to kind of stretch the field. They're going to put Wilkerson over to the right side. He's going to be guarding the slot man, which is Connor. Here it is. They're going to run it to Cartwright on the stretch. And no first down. Good stick right there by Malik Hardman. And presuming Boonville is going to punt this football, it's going to be 4th and 13. And the Pioneers are going to bring out their punting unit. Javon's going to drop back deep for the Tigers. If I'm Boonville, I do not think I punt this to Wilkerson. I'm definitely trying to kick this into the stands somewhere. You do not want to give Javon Wilkerson a chance to bust something open. He's proven that since his freshman year, he can do just that. And, ooh, that was almost blocked by Edens. A nice punt. Oh, and that's going to stick. That's going to roll down into the 7-yard line. So Princeton going to have to go 93 yards if they want to punch one in.
That's something that we talked about earlier in the week. Boonville, they've been able to play the field position game to a T this year. They've been able to punt, play the field position game, play the defense that they are confident in, and that's how they've got their 4 wins this season.
Boonville also only with 1 loss in the conference. Same with Princeton. They're each. I believe Boonville is 3-1 and Princeton is 2-1 in the Big 8. And here it is. Rumpel working from the shotgun again. Sorry, you got to be leery of a bad snap. A little cold, wet night. You got to get good snaps. They're going to send Wilkerson. They're going to run a pitch outside. Javon needs to get up the field. Ooh, nice tackle by the Pioneers. He's going to turn it up. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards for Princeton. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. Your score after 1, Boonville 14, Princeton 7. Again, your score after 1, Boonville 14, Princeton 7.
We'd like to thank Princeton Auto Park, who has been voted the best used car dealer in Gibson County year after year. Every car is serviced, detailed, and comes with a warranty. They offer several financing options to fit your needs. Call the sales team at 812-386-8282 or stop by 820 South Main Street in Princeton today. If you don't have it, Ron will find it at Princeton Auto Park, a name you can trust. The Barthel Agency, located at 118 South Main in Princeton, Indiana, is the only locally owned agency that can provide solutions for all your insurance, investment, and employment benefits. For more information, call the Barthel Agency at 812-386-7727 or email us at info@thebarthelagency.com. Securities offered through Thrust & Springer and a registered broker dealer, member FINRA and SIPC.
Star One Sports Therapy and Rehabilitation. Dental offers advanced medical treatments and personalized health services for all stages of life. At Gibson General, we're centered around you.
So once again, start of the second quarter, Boonville's up 14-7 on Princeton. Princeton going to have to switch the fields. Full second quarter left here in the first half. Princeton's down by 7. They got a long way to go if they want to score against a stingy Boonville Pioneer defense. Rampel, he's going to work from the shotgun once again. Officials are in place, and we are ready to roll. Rumpel from the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Bickler. Bickler outside. He'll be grinding up. And it's going to be 3rd and 2 here for Princeton after a pickup of 8. Princeton, a nice run up the gut. That Boonville Pioneer defense is playing the run well for Princeton. Princeton, they scored well against Jasper, but against Gibson Southern, that's just tough to score on them frequently, although they have put up the most points against Gibson Southern as anyone has had all season. Rumpel from the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Bickler. Up the gut. Bickler's got the first and more. A nice pickup of about 8 yards for Princeton.
And the result will be good enough for the Tigers. First down.
First down for Princeton. 11:20 left here in the first half. They're down by 7, the Tigers are. Boonville 14, Princeton 7. Rumpel once again going to be working on the shotgun. Trips right for Princeton. Bickler to Rumpel's left. They're going to run Bickler. Wide right. Oh, a nice tackle. Wow, someone laid the boom there on Joe Bickler. That is number 44, who is Marksberry for the Boonville Pioneers. Second and 8 for Princeton. Wonder when Coach Shank is going to air it out next. Rumpel from the shotgun. The answer is now. A couple hitches. They're going to hit Malik Hardiman out wide. He'll grind upfield, truck his own teammate for 3 extra yards. That's when you know you like contact, when you truck your own teammate. First down, Princeton. Nice drive here by Princeton. Lane Rumpel has been very efficient all season. I believe he only has 2 interceptions. They really feed off of that Power O offense to open up the passing game. Rumpel from the shotgun. They're going to go trips to his left. Bickler also to his left. They're going to hand it off to Bickler. He's going to run to the right, and he's going to get a gain of a yard. Second and 8 for the Princeton Tigers. 10-10 left in the second quarter. A nice long drive to start off the quarter for Princeton. Looking to keep getting these first downs and drive and wear down this Boonville Pioneer defense. I have a feeling we'll be in for one of those slugfest type games. Rumpel trips to his left. Bickler to his left. They're going to once again, oh no, it's a quarterback blast. Rumpel grinds out a pickup of 3. Actually, that's going to be around a gain of 5 for Princeton. It's going to be about 3rd and 3 for the Princeton Tigers. Rumpel now, once again, working from the shotgun. Trips left. Bickler to his left. The snap, they're going to run it to Bickler. Bickler just trying to grind it into the pile. A nice second effort, and that's going to put him very close to the first down. Bickler was in the pile, bounced it outside. And they're going to bring out the chains here. Bickler bounced it out, gave it the second effort. From the spot, it looks like Bickler is going to be inches short. I would expect Princeton to go for it.
They'll bring the chains all the way across the field here. It's right at the marker, so we're late to see.
And we cannot see the call, and it's going to be 4th and inches for Princeton. I would expect Princeton to go for this. I know Coach Shank trusts his offense to get him inches. Wonder if Princeton will run it from under center and maybe just trust Rumpel to plunge forward and get him those inches. Maybe hand it off to Bickler and tell him to leap over top of the pile. 9:15 left in the first half. 4th and inches for Princeton. Rumpel's going to work out of the shotgun. Bickler to his left. Hardman to his right. Wilt to his right. Wilkerson to his left. Gibson to his left. I have a feeling Princeton's definitely going to run this to the right with their 2 best blocking wide receivers out here. I believe that's Dalton Beelen at right tackle for the Princeton Tigers. The snap, they're going to hand it off. Bickler's got the first. Pickup of 1.5 yards. First down, Princeton. 9:05 left in the first half. The crowd finally starting to get into it after a nice drive by Princeton. 4th down conversions always get everyone hyped up. Wilkerson wide right. They're going to run trips left for Princeton with Hardiman, Gibson, and Wilt. Bickler. Rumpel's left. About time for Princeton to try a counter or something, I'm expecting. Now Rumpel, they're going to try to heave it deep. Wilkerson on the post route. And what a catch by Javon Wilkerson. There's a flag. He boxed him out, and that could be offensive pass interference. But then again, the defender was draped all over him. And they're going to keep the ball. Yeah, that's going to be defensive pass interference, I believe. Defensive pass interference. Penalty is going to be declined. Really a nice catch there by Javon Wilkerson. Posted his defender up like he was Timmy D playing for the Spurs in the 2005 NBA Finals and hauled in the catch. Rumpel from the shotgun. Once again, Bickler to his left. It's a nice route. Way to adjust on that ball by Javon. Couldn't tell if it was supposed to be a streak or a post. They're going to run it to Bickler. Bickler, there is no room. He's going to keep on grinding and try to get a yard, but nothing there for Bickler. And if you're Princeton, you really need a touchdown right here. Boonville's looked good on offense. Your defense finally started stopping those stretch plays, but the penalty really killed Boonville last drive, and if you're Princeton, you got to capitalize on it. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first half. Lane Rumpel. Sorry, Malik Hardiman going to work from the shotgun. Rumpel's wide left. Bickler to Hardiman. Oh, and they're going to pull Hardiman out left. Hardiman jolts up. He's going to pick up 4.5, 5 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Princeton Tigers.
That was a nice job by Boonville there. I thought Malik had a lot more room to run from where I was at. And when he cut it back, the linebackers from Boonville flowed with the play and made a good play.
Boonville does not over-pursue on defense, which is very, very important. They stay in their lanes, just like on their kick return team. I really noticed that. And punt returns, they stay in their lanes. They do not over-pursue, and they trust that their teammate will be able to make the tackle. Once again, Hardman, he's going to keep it. Up the gut he goes, leaping over a defender, and he got the first down. A nice run by Malik Hardiman.
Result of the play will be a Tigers first down.
Hopped around a defender and plunged forward for the first. Falling forward also. First and goal at the 4-yard line for Princeton. 7:20 left in the football game. In the first half. Score. Boonville 14, Princeton 7. Hardiman once again from center. This time they're going to hand it off to Bickler. Bickler outside, and Joe Bickler is spinning, and he spins in. Joe Bickler running the ball wide left. Nice reads, being patient with it, and then decides to turn it up, spins off a defender, and falls into the end zone. Princeton now trails by a point, 14-13. They're going to come out for the PAT. Luke Dunn out to kick. Mist is still falling in Princeton. I'm sure field looks nice though. Of course, in high school you get a tee to kick with also. The snap, Dunn's kick is up, and that is cash money for the sophomore kicker for the Princeton Tigers.
We'd like to thank the Mentor Network. You want a rewarding and flexible career with benefits and competitive pay starting at $10 an hour? How about a job where you can do fun activities like ride your bike, hang out at the library, or even go shopping and still get paid for it? We are currently hiring for FT, PT, and on-call positions in Hopstock, Evansville, Huntingburg, and areas and more. Apply online at jobs.thementornetwork.com.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Princeton. A nice long drive where you pound it out, you get some good conversions, and you just keep on grinding and you get the first down. Coach Shank, whenever I was talking with him earlier, good things happen if you don't quit, and that's exactly what Princeton did do on that drive. They didn't quit. Grinding it out for every yard. Here it is, Joe Wilt going to tee it up. Looks like he's going to be set to kick her off. Pardon me, this is Jaden Scott kicking off this time, not Joe Wilt. Waylon Shank throws her up, and Princeton going for another onside kick. And the ball's loose, and Princeton has the football. Had a feeling Coach Shank was up to no good there. You could feel it in the air that Coach Shank had some trickery up his sleeve. He loves doing it. Prides himself on the trickery. He goes for it again. Wow, Boonville just couldn't hold on to the football. Boonville is almost daring Princeton to go for more onside kicks. Really a nice kick there. Slippery, wet ball. They couldn't haul it in. A couple Pioneers missed, and Princeton lands with it. Great onside kick there by Jaden Scott, and Princeton has the football again. This is huge because that Pioneer defense is already tired. 7:05 left in the first half. We're tied up at 14. Malik Hardiman. Hardiman, play action. He's going to look to air it deep. Oh! Overthrew Javon Wilkerson by about 10 yards.
Person there. Boonville's Nicholson, who was thrown over his head too. Incomplete.
Yeah, Hardeman, that ball looked like it slipped out of his hands. The safety was back there. Looked like he was about to field a punt. Here it is, Rumpel under center. And they're going to move Javon. They're going to hand it off out wide. Man, once again, great job by the Pioneer defense. They do not over-pursue. Princeton's going to get 2 yards. Interesting that they try to run that reverse to the small side of the field.
Dale said the wrong spot, man. Statistician. Picked up 3, actually. Gave him 3-yard line, which he didn't
3rd and 7 for Princeton. 6:30 left in the first half. Rumpel from the shotgun. Bickler to his left. Wilkerson in the slot to his right. Gibson right. Hardeman and Wilt wide left.
So second down, make it 3rd down, and
Lane Rumpel from the shotgun.
should be 7.
They realize the Pioneers are blitzing with a hard count and Shank. Going to roll with an audible here. I have a feeling that this could be a drag route or something across the middle.
Has pressure coming in his
Rumpel hits as he's thrown. That ball's going to be incomplete.
It was a blitz from the outside defensive right from Burgess.
And Coach Shank's going to haul her out to the punt unit. I have a feeling Princeton's going to punt this, try to pin Boonville down inside their 20 and make them drive with 6 minutes left here in the first half. Wilt deep to punt.
They came out of there like a wounded duck, that's for sure. Now, don't
Boonville got a lot of pressure on Rumpel there on that throw. Really affected him. Wilt will take the snap. He'll boot it deep. It's a nice punt. It's going to land around the 20. Oh, and he's going to get the roll, and that's going to go out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Joe Wilt looking like Pat McAfee out there. Johnny Hecker booming that punt.
Took a great bounce. I mean, if you can control that spin like that, my gosh, you might have a career.
Yeah, they don't know that the punt went 20 yards in the air. They see the roll. They see the net average. Getting a roll like that, that's definitely a skill, and he did a great job. Rolled it 11 yards. That's actually very impressive. A great punt from Joe Wilt. Kirkland under center. They're going to go with the power set again. They're going to run another stretch. Princeton out wide. Oh, a good job by Princeton to shut. Oh, no, never mind. Wow, he is dancing. My goodness, what a run there by Camden Cartwright. Wow. Pick up a 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Boonville Pioneers. They did a great job of reading the defense. Kind of reminds me of that Le'Veon Bell run last night where it seems like he is just surrounded on the sidelines. Takes his time, being very patient, and pops it out. Gets a nice gain. Le'Veon Bell might be a little bit more talented, though.
You know, and it's that play winds up almost being like one of those kickoffs where everybody's covered too much and you're all still too far downfield. Nobody remains back.
Princeton trying to stop Boonville Hilliard. 2nd and 3 for the Pioneers. They're going to run it up the gut to Cartwright. Oh, nice tag. Oh, and Cartwright just keeps his feet moving constantly. Mark Hull gobbled him up, but couldn't quite slam him. It's going to be a 1st down for the Boonville Pioneers.
And with the way Boonville plays, they would love this to be their last drive of the half and love to keep Princeton's offense off the field.
Pioneers also get the ball to start the second half, so if you can score here and get it back, that'd be huge if you're Boonville. But the problem is the clock is ticking down. We have 4:50 left in the first half. Boonville has only attempted 2 passes, and one of those was a screen. They're going to run the power I again. Handoff, Chapman outside. Oh, he's got a lot of room to run. Chapman, a big gain up to the Pioneers' 48-yard line. Chapman handed off to Cartwright, and Cartwright had a lot of room there. Pops the stretch play outside. He was incredibly quick. 4:35 left after a pickup of 20-plus for Cartwright. And he is having his way with the Princeton Tigers.
Only 4 light poles here at Princeton, but they do a decent job of lighting this place. Rain is continuing to fall lightly, as really since we began.
Boonville once again running the power right, and that's going to be a false start on the Pioneers. Number 6, Luke Connor, the freshman.
Princeton jumped, but they
This is the young man who had the false start on him. A wide receiver as a coach that has to drive you absolutely insane. Going to be 1st and 15 for the Boonville Pioneers.
now they're going to talk. Now, on this side, Connor moved. They called this on the defense. And now the line judge from the left side is going to
Still, it's dropping, temperature dropping, rain still falling.
on the defense.
This game just screams slugfest like it has been. And we're going to await the call from the officials. False start on the Boonville Pioneers. Yeah. Gibson in the corner moved up. We had encroachment on the defense and false start on the offense.
Either he encroaches or he
That is blasphemy.
I've never seen that happen. I don't think
And the Harlem Globetrotters are in town tonight. That is absolutely bizarre. I have never seen that.
that's just
Ed Hockley is not reffing the game tonight, I can tell you that. And a great tackle by Dakota Edens. I am still blown away. An encroachment and false start. I thought that has to be a false start on Boonville Gibson. 5 yards off the line of scrimmage coming up. Wow. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Boonville Pioneers. They got a gain of a yard on that halfback run up the gut. My mind is still blown.
There's no way you can have all sudden. Somebody went first. Everybody in the press box. That's what I like. Everybody up here looking at each other like, can that happen? And we're pretty sure it can't.
2nd and 9.5 for the Boonville Pioneers.
Slot left, eye in the backfield. Kirkland under
They're going to hand it off. Once again, Cartwright, man, this kid is absolutely good. That's about all I can say. Pick up a 9. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Boonville Pioneers. Cartwright's acceleration is through the roof. He hits top speed. Very patient running back also.
Only explanation I can think of is maybe we lined up offsides to begin the play and didn't jump, and then they jumped, and therefore that would be the only explanation I could think of.
And that obviously would have had to have been on the D-line because Gibson backed up to cause the jump. Very, very bizarre. Boonville in the power eye. They're going to snap it. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright. He's going to hop forward. Wow, what a run. Camden Cartwright. My goodness. 2:40 left here in the first half. Boonville and Princeton all tied up at 14.
Cartwright, his jump cut in the backfield is one I've not seen. He's extremely quick, and that's how he makes a lot of his yards. He was able to, his vision as well, with following the lineman up the middle. Not the biggest back, but he's definitely using his skill set to play well.
5'8", 165. That's nice for a shifty high school running back like this. A lot of times people get obsessed with those bigger backs, but the smaller guys oftentimes are easier or harder to tackle with that pad level lower. They're going to run a jet sweep. Nice block by Cartwright. My goodness. And Connor with a nice run there for Boonville. 2:12 now left in the first half, and Boonville is driving. If you're Princeton, you got to get some stops. Boonville is not wanting to throw the football, so if you can just stop these runs and get the clock to tick down, make them take some shots. Don't know who their kicker is or if he's capable of kicking, especially in this weather. Once again, Boonville from under center. Kirkland will take it. He'll hand it off. There's Cartwright and a nice tackle. I believe that looked like it was Zach Motz who swallowed him up like a Skittle. Pickup of a yard and a half for the Boonville Pioneers. Now we're down to 1:50. Boonville's not going to take a timeout.
If somehow Princeton could hold here, that would be huge for them. But if Boonville gets in this could change the game right here, because if they would get in the end zone, they get the ball to start the second half. But if Princeton holds, that's got to be a big boost of energy for them.
Now this is a huge play, and the Boonville Pioneers are going to take a timeout here.
I'd like to thank Good Samaritan Home and Rehabilitation Center, whose Moving Forward program is designed for those striving to restore abilities lost due to stroke, cardiovascular difficulties, orthopedic surgery, and other debilitating injuries. Our programs vary in frequency and intensity, include physical, occupational, speech, and language therapies. Our goal is to return our patients home safely with the skills they need to continue life on their own terms. Come by today and visit us. We are located at 231 North Jackson Street, Oakland City, Indiana, 47660, or give us a call, 812-749-4774. We'd also like to thank Susan Bob's Pizza, located at 101 West Broadway, downtown Princeton. Get your game day pizza and wings at Bob's. Pasta, salad, sandwiches, and desserts, too. Call 812-385-2554 or stop by today. Susan Bob's Pizza, downtown Princeton.
Interesting about Boonville there is they ran 20 seconds off the clock. And being a run-based offense, those 20 seconds could get you another play. It's different if you're pass-based, where you can get a first down to high school and the clock stops. And the rain looks like it is really starting to come down here tonight.
Second down and 8 Pioneers. We come out of the timeout. A minute 31 to play in the half.
Second and 8 for Boonville. They're going to work from the shotgun.
Kirkland from the gun.
Kirkland will take the snap, and he's going to look to pass. Kirkland slings it over the middle. Ooh, through the hands of number 6, Connor. Ran him across the middle. Wow, that could have been bad. Connor running up, cut across the field, was open along the middle. Kirkland a little high, put a lot of juice on it. Wet, cold night, I'm sure it's hard to snag balls. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Boonville Pioneers. A minute and a half left to go in the first half. Boonville working from the shotgun again with Kirkland. I'm really surprised Boonville is not electing to run the football. They're going to take the snap. They're going to pass again. They're running a couple out routes. Deep he goes, and it's intercepted by Gibson. And Gibson's going to be thrown down. A minute 17, Princeton with the football. And Gibson hauled it in. Sean Gibson, an outfielder for the Princeton baseball team. He might have to thank Coach Malone and Coach Simmons for that. Looked like he was tracking that down like Willie Mays. Hauled it in, got slung to the ground. Princeton's going to have the ball at the 20. Princeton with all 3 timeouts. They have some nice kickers. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to take some shots here. Surely Boonville is not going to load up the box. They're not. They're coming out. They're going to single cover everyone. Looks like they're going to be in a cover 2 man. And Rumpel's going to take it and hand it off to Bickler up the gut. I think Princeton's just going to be okay with this game being 14-14 and a half. Rumpel from the shotgun. I have a feeling Princeton's going to run it all 3 plays here and just see what happens. I don't think they want to risk turning the football over in Boonville territory. In their own territory, pardon me. They're going to run a screen to Wilkerson. Wilkerson's going to make a man miss. Javon up the gut. He's going to bounce it outside. Wilkerson still moving. Javon Wilkerson, he's going to get out of bounds at the Princeton 39-yard line. 42 seconds left in the first half. Now, if you're Princeton, you can start forward to take some shots. I like the play call by Coach Shank. Hit him with another bubble screen. 42.7 left to go in the first half. We're all tied up at 14. Rumpel once again from the gun. Bickler to his left. Coach Shank still with all 3 timeouts. And an official timeout.
Seconds showing, and I think the officials are perhaps wondering if there should be more time on the clock.
Coach Shank calling up 42 seconds on the game clock. 46 seconds are going to be put back on the game clock for Princeton. 42.6 is now what we're going with. Feels like I have a multiple choice test. Pick one of the 3. See if you get it right. 14 all. Princeton with the football.
Never before in the history of football will a 3-man defensive front as Princeton in a passing situation.
Rumpel from the shotgun. He'll sling it. Oh, caught. Caught by Wilton. That's going to be a first down. Wow, deflected. Caught by Wilton. That's going to be a first down. He's going to stop. Ooh, are they not going to give him that spot? It looked like Wilt definitely had the first down. A first down will stop it. There it is. They're going to give him the first, and the clock is stopped. This delay is going to give Shank enough time to call a play. Rumpel from the shotgun once again. He'll take the snap. They're going to hand it off to Bickler. Up the gut he goes. A nice pickup of 5, and that's going to be a pickup of 8 for Joe Bickler. Princeton's going to burn their first time out with 27.6 left. At least Princeton, now you can take a shot to the end zone. Still not in field goal range, but you can still get a couple shots in before the half ends. Some good drives from Princeton, and a little luck.
What do you think, American Family Insurance in Princeton? They would like an opportunity to protect your family's dreams. The Frank Welch Agency at 303 East Broadway Street in Princeton would like to thank Gibson County and the surrounding areas for allowing American Family Insurance to provide coverage on the most important things in your life, whether it's auto, business, home, farm, or life insurance. Frank and his staff offer competitive prices, friendly, and courteous service with a smile. For no obligation comparison quote, stop in at 303 East Broadway. Visit mfam.com or call 812-385-8800 today.
Man, that play to Joe Wilt was clutch. Rumpel threw it a little bit low. It bounced off a defender's hands. Very well could have been an interception. He had an open lane. Might have been able to run that back. Bounces off of his hands into Joe Wilt's lap for a pickup of 10.5 in the first down. And Princeton runs it for a gain of 9. They're now at the Boonville Pioneer 41-yard line. Trips left for Princeton. Wilkerson, wide right. Bickler to Rumpel's left. Rumpel's looking right. Oh, it's a double action. They throw it deep. Oh! A little stop and go. Rumpel hit him with the pump fake, trying to get the cornerback to bite up. Like the play call. See if they're going to get aggressive. Boonville has been pretty sound on defense. Not too aggressive. They've been extremely patient on both sides of the football. It looked like a well-coached team. Not too many penalties either. They've played well tonight. Wind creeping in now. 22 seconds left on the clock. Rumpel from the shotgun. They're going to run a hitch to Wilkerson. Caught. Wilkerson going to spin out, juke up, and he's going to get out of bounds. With 16 seconds left in the first half, the clock is stopped. Coach Shank still with 2 timeouts. You're now inside the Boonville 30. 29 yards to go. A nice pickup of 13 there for Princeton. Javon Wilkerson having himself a nice ball game. Now it's Hardiman and Wilt wide right. Wilkerson and Gibson. Maybe a bubble screen or looking deep. Oh, no, they're going to actually run. Oh, nice defense there by Boonville. Coach Shank going to burn another timeout.
Marksburg was having none of it. In fact, they may not give him anything. They'll give him no game. That's the first time.
Can't have a none on that.
That's the first time today. They've spotted a football for no gain. Actually, this one.
Second and 10 for Princeton. 11 seconds left in the first half.
So, the timeout on the field again was given here. Tonight's game presented by the
11 seconds left in the first half. Princeton definitely enough time to take a couple shots. Maybe Lane Rumpel still got a little magic left in that arm after the last home game here against Mount Carmel, in which, of course, he heaved the Hail Mary for the win. If you're Princeton, you got to be thinking you're going to put Wilt and Hardiman to the short side of the field, probably. Let them run, or the near side of the field, I should say, and let them run deep. See if those two guys can leap up and haul it in. Keep Bickler back there for protection so Rumpel does not get blocked. If Bickler's going to block for you, you definitely want him on Rumpel's blind side. Wilkerson and Gibson, wide left for Princeton. Uh-oh. They're going to stack.
I've been doing that for literally 18 years. I'm not sure I could do it differently at this point.
Rumpel from the shotgun.
So from the gun, Princeton out of timeouts. So they go down in bounds here.
He'll take the snap. He's going to be looking deep. Rumpel's going to climb the pocket. He'll sling it deep. And it's going to be incomplete. Ooh, the flag in the end zone. This is going to move Princeton up. Looked like he was playing the ball to me, but they're going to throw a flag. So that's going to move him up inside the red zone.
Yeah, it's not like the NFL where the ball would be at the 1 yard line. It's going to be just 15-yard penalty.
Pass interference.
and that's where they'll take over.
Now, if you're Princeton, do you kick or do you run a play here? I don't know if you have a kicker capable of this, especially with these conditions. Rain's still falling.
I believe after the 15 yards, it'll be about let's see, yeah, about 31 yarder on the. So I guess we'll see. I'm not sure what he's going to do. A 31 yard in these conditions with our kickers would be probably a challenge, but we'll see if he wants to see if we can get in the end zone or not. We're going to have a timeout. And now they're saying Princeton has used their 4 timeouts, so I don't know what we're going to do about that. And I don't think anybody notices but us up here.
4 seconds left in the first half. Princeton's going to burn its final timeout. It's going to be the last play of the half. Coach Shank probably going to draw something up. I'm expecting. Jaden Scott's going to come out here. And I think they're going to bring out the field goal unit. Yeah, they're gonna bring out the field goal unit. It's looking like. Really cold, wet night. There is actually a wind that's to his back. If you're Boonville, I'm definitely playing it safe. I'm not trying to block this. I'm dropping back.
Because I was thinking about whether they try a field goal, but probably can't. But the wind was blowing that direction. It's now blowing crossfield away from us.
And Princeton's going to try this. This is going to be about a 30-yarder. If I'm Boonville, I'm definitely playing it safe. Let him kick it. Do not pressure this. Coach Shank has ran many fake field goals in his day. Jaden Scott is going to take a nice 3-step drop. 3-step over. This would be huge if he can make this. Timeout, and they're going to try to ice him. Wow. I feel like we're in the NFL here. Statistically, the ice does not work, but in high school it could be a different story.
You got to mention the wind is still, breezing. It is with Scott, though. I think that's something we got to pay attention to. The trees in the background here are blowing with Scott in the direction, blowing like a west wind here. So, not extremely strong, but enough maybe to give him a little boost on the kick. And also it's raining, so you might see a lane, maybe a tough hold for him.
And it's Princeton. Princeton's not going to kick now. I have a feeling the Tigers are sending the offense back out there. This is bizarre. Coach Shank said, you want to play checkers? I'll bring out the chessboard. Rumpel can definitely throw it 15 yards. I'm not sure if you're Princeton. If I was Princeton, I would go for it. I just don't feel like at the high school level, you normally do not have a kicker you can trust in this weather. Really cold, wet night. A little bit of wind. And here it is. Wilton Hardeman, wide right. They're going to triple. Actually, yeah, they're going to triple cover. Hardeman and Wilt to the right. And Rumpel's going to take the snap, sling it deep. Incomplete. There's a 1/10 of a second left on the clock.
There's no way. There's still a 1/10 of a second. There's no way.
And Princeton. Are they going to? Princeton now is going to bring out the field goal unit. And now Jaden Scott's going to go out and try to kick this. He's got plenty of time. Do not rush it. The snap is high. Rumpel's going to get it down. The kick is up. The kick is good. I believe the kick is money, and it is. And Princeton's going to be up 17-14 at the end of the first half. What a nice kick by Jaden Scott. And that is a very bizarre end to the first half. Your score after 2 quarters, Princeton 17, Boonville 14. Here we are set to begin the second half. The Boonville Pioneers will be getting the ball. Score after the first half, Princeton 17, Boonville 14. Really been a good ball game despite the weather. Still a light rain falling. Really chilly out there tonight. But if you're in pads and your legs are pumping and your arms are moving, probably feels great. Jaden Scott going to be set to kick off, the man that booted in the 30-yard field goal to give the Tigers a 3-point lead at the end of the first half. Scott will tee it up, and he's going to be set to kick off here. Back deep for Boonville. Guess who? Camden Cartwright, the man of the first half for the Pioneers as far as I'm concerned. He's up around 100 rushing yards. Around 15 carries for the night and a touchdown. And Scott will boot her away. Just going to kind of kick it out into no man's land. Going to be hauled in by 23. Number 23 is McKinney. He'll fall down at the 24-yard line. Nice kick there from Jaden Scott. Keep it out of Cartwright's hands. And try to pin him back. That's a good kick. Great kick for high school. Kirkland, he's going to work under center. Cartwright the single back. Big power set. Oh, no, they're just going to go bunch set to the right there. 3 wide, all bunched up. And they're going to run a stretch right. And Cartwright's got the edge. Pick up a 7 to start the second half for Boonville. From number 2, Camden Cartwright. It'll be second down. And second and 3. Kirkland going to work from the gun here. Looks like Cartwright's going to be to his right. The bunch set now to the right. They're actually going to look to pass. Going to sling it out in the flats. That's going nowhere. Oh, actually, that's a nice pickup there. Pick up a 5. Pick up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 1, yeah. Yeah, that out route, they did not. They ran him out over in the flats there. I think they wanted him to run to the marker, and he ended up a yard short of that. Couldn't pick it up. That's kind of a risky pass over there in the flats. That's the type of thing you get see a pick 6 on, especially in high school if your quarterback doesn't have a strong arm. Single eye. Cartwright. He's going to take the snap. He's going to get the first. Camden Cartwright, he has some smooth moves. First down. Kirkland was under center there to hand it off.
Princeton, Sean Gibson brought him down. He's the guy with the pick earlier in the game. And he comes up really looking like he's in pain on his left shoulder. He really does not look right. Kind of spinning around out there, and still he does not look steady. I'm not sure what happened to him there. If it's just his shoulder or what.
Boonville here once again in the single eye. 2 wide right, 1 wide left. Cartwright. And this snap is fumbled. They're going to sling it out incomplete. That's about the best thing that could have happened for Boonville there. Fumbled the snap. Chucks it over on the wide out screen. Slipped out of his hands. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Boonville Pioneers. Once again, that rain's still falling. It's going to be wet all night here in Princeton. 10:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Princeton's up 17-14 over top of the Boonville Pioneers. They're going to put Kirkland in the shotgun. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Boonville. Cartwright will be to his left. They're going to motion Connor. They're going to hand it off to Connor. Running around. Good tackle right there. Jacob Coverstein was the Tiger that hauled him in. Great job there. He took a great angle of pursuit on him and was able to haul him in. It's going to be 3rd and 10. And David E. Tolan's going to be subbed out for Javon Wilkerson. Going to give the Tigers a little bit more speed in that backfield.
And it'll be 3rd down, and it doesn't.
Got to expect Boonville to air it out here. Kirkland's going to work from the gun. Cartwright to his left. They're going to move Cartwright over to his right. 3 wide to Boonville's right. Kirkland will take it. They're going to roll him out right. The Tigers bring the pressure. The throw is well short of the marker. Caught for a gain of an inch, maybe. They rolled him out right. And Princeton going to get a stop on the first drive of the game against the Boonville Pioneers. Javon Wilkerson's going to go deep to return the punt for Princeton. If I'm Boonville, once again, I'm kicking this out of bounds. You don't want Wilkerson to even touch the ball in this situation. The snap, and that's a low snap. He boots it up. That's going to be a 6-yard punt. Couple bad snaps for Boonville. Kill them on that drive. And if you're Princeton, if you can march down and get a score here, that'd be huge. Put you up double digits in this game.
Princeton so far tonight has done a good job not turning the ball over, something that they've done throughout the season that's kind of hurting them and hindered them on the offensive side of the ball.
And for Princeton, it hasn't really been the interceptions. It's been the fumbles for them that have really killed them. And penalties, and 2 things they've really cleaned up tonight. Rumpel, fake to Hardeman. He's going to hand it off to Bickler. He will get a gain of 2 there. Actually, only going to give him a gain of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Princeton. They're keeping Rumpel out of the gun. Once again, Wilkerson's going to go over in the slot. They're going to put Malik Hardeman wide right. They're going to keep Joe Wilton the tight end. Bickler and Rumpel lined up at the 50. Bickler to Rumpel's left. Rumpel from the gun. He'll take the snap. Play action. They're going to roll Rumpel out to the left. He'll sling it back across the middle. Caught by Joe Wilt. Wilt with a nice pickup of 13 yards. Actually, again, at 15 yards there after the spin. Great job by Princeton. Great throw by Lane Rumpel. Way to take in there, set your feet, deliver a strike, and take a shot. Love to see that out of your quarterback, not scared to take a hit, especially at the high school level. It's often what you need, a tough guy playing quarterback. Rumpel from the gun. They're going to put Wilkerson in motion. They will hand it off. Javon running wide. Javon will cut it up. That's a pickup of about 5 for Javon Wilkerson. Nice run there for Javon. And Princeton is driving. Wilkerson gets a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1 for Princeton. Nice run by him. They're going to send the quarterback Rumpel out deep, put Hardeman under center. Got to think this is going to be some type of power. They're going to put Bickler in motion. They'll fake it to Bickler. Hardeman up the gut. And Hardeman's got the first down. Princeton looks rejuvenated after that halftime break. They are playing well, blowing Boonville off the line of scrimmage, running with aggressiveness. Great job by Hardeman to lower the shoulder and keep his legs pumping to get the extra yards for Princeton. First down from the Boonville 15-yard line for Princeton. It's going to be 1st and 10. 4 wide with the tight end. Rumpel. Going to move Bickler in motion. It's a play action. Rumpel looking to throw. Rumpel sets his feet, flicks it over the middle, caught by Wilt, and Joe Wilt's in there. Touchdown. Great patience by the Princeton Tiger quarterback, Lane Rumpel. Once again, they're rolling him out. He's not rushing. Realizes he has time. Great job. Great job on the pull there by Zach Motz for Princeton. He pulled over and set up outside of the tackle. Gave Rumpel all day to throw, and Joe Wilt got open for his 2nd touchdown reception of the football game. Another bad snap. It's going to be held. The kick is up, and the PAT is no good. Still a 2-score game. Princeton's up 23-14 against the Boonville Pioneers with 7:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Another bad snap on the PAT. Jaden Scott just happened to miss it. So once again, 7:23 left in the third. Princeton Tigers score a touchdown, missed the PAT. Touchdown. Rumpel through 15-yard pass to Lane Rumpel. Rumpel threw a 15-yard pass to Joe Wilt, pardon me. Jaden Scott tees it up for the Princeton Tigers. Jaden Scott looking over to Coach Shank. He's going to give him the signal. He's going to get the call in. Jaden Scott, he's going to tee it up. If you're Boonville, you got to be leery of another onside kick from Princeton. They want to get this ball back, and just Coach Shank is never happy with the amount of points they have. And it's another onside kick. That goes 10 yards, and it is again recovered by the Princeton Tigers. Boonville just wants to continuously only put 5 men up on that line and sag the next 4 guys 10, 15 yards behind him, and Coach Shank is going to do that all day long. They practice this all the time. They're going to have a couple guys fly up and drill that first line for Boonville, and then the little guys for Princeton run and dive on the ball like a hungry rat would cheese on a ship heading from England to America. Lane Rumpel. And he'll drop the snap. Good thing it was a pass. Rumpel over the middle. Oh! Man, Rumpel put some juice on that one. Just went right through Joe Wilt's hand. That would have been a gain of 20 plus. Great, great pass from Lane Rumpel. You can tell the balls are starting to get wet. Field conditions probably worsening. And the snaps for both teams have been off.
Still only down 9. Still not out of this game.
7:15 left in the third quarter. Rumpel once again going to be working from the shotgun. He'll take it. He's going to hand it off to Bickler out wide. Bickler will grind out a yard. Now, if you're Princeton, you're probably looking to pass here on 3rd and 9. Princeton's passing game has just been killing the Boonville Pioneers. They have 3 touchdowns, 2 of them with Rumpel to Wilt as the connection, and Joe Bickler rushing one in. Rumpel going to work from the shotgun. It's going to be Joe Bickler to his right. Wilkerson's in the right in the slot. Gibson wide right. Hardiman wide left. They're going to run a reverse, and Hardiman is gobbled up in the backfield. Really nice play by Sage Vincent. They get back in the backfield and haul down Malik Hardiman. Great, great job there by the Boonville Pioneers. After the onside is recovered by Princeton, they get a quick stop. And if you're Princeton, if you could have scored there, I think that might have been the straw that would have broke the camel's back. Boonville not known for their scoring, so a 9-point advantage is pretty good. But if you can get up 3 scores in high school football, that is a huge difference. Oh, and Joe Wilt just boots it straight up in the air. He's going to get another decent roll. So about a 15-yard punt for Joe Wilt. Not the best drive there for Joe Wilt. Drops a 20-yard pass and has a 15-yard punt, but he'll be all right. A couple TDs and a homecoming crown for him. He's still having a great night. 5:54 left in the third quarter. Princeton's up 23-14.
Go forward 1st and 10 from its own 34. Still only down 9.
Kirkland's going to work from under center. Going to be Cartwright behind him. The snap. Cartwright's going to go for the stretch. Brogan Rainier over pursued, and he gets absolutely torched. Brogan Rainier cannot over pursue like that. Crashed up a little bit too far, being a little bit aggressive. Thought they had the edge. He didn't. Cartwright bounced it out and goes for a big gain, and that's going to give the Pioneers some life that they really needed. Boonville now in Princeton territory. The ball's at the Tigers' 46-yard line.
So, first down and 10 Pioneers from the Princeton 44-yard line.
Once again, Kirkland under center. He's going to hand it off to Cartwright, who is going to get a gain of a yard on that. Really a great job to even get that from Cartwright. He's extremely shifty, extremely quick. He's going to bounce around a couple of would-be tacklers and at least get some positive yards. He's limping a little bit. Looks like he could have rolled the ankle the way he's walking. He's going to stay in there. Tough kid.
Second down and 10, still from the 46-yard line. 5:18 to play third period. Princeton leading at 23-14. All of its points coming in the first quarter.
5:10 left here in the third quarter. Princeton up 23-14. Princeton on a big, big run here. They're on a 16-0 run. And they're going to swing it out. Connor has on the wide receiver screen. He's got a lot of room to pick up a 17 on that wideout screen. Great job. Boonville's taking advantage of Princeton over pursuing on the defensive end. 4:54 left in the football game.
Kirkland 3 of 4 throwing the ball in the second half.
Clock is winding down now. Boonville really needs to get a score here and cut this back to a one-possession game. Kirkland under center is going to drop back, hand it off. The stretch play. Cartwright's going to go back. Oh, and Cartwright. Wow, this kid is fun to watch. My goodness. Mark Hall just couldn't quite drag him down to the ground. My goodness, what a job by Cartwright. Reversing fields twice. He'll pick up a yard or two. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Boonville Pioneers. My goodness, Boonville's game plan coming into this one must have just been feed Cartwright. Over 100 yards, around 220 carries. Cartwright is really doing a great job to keep Boonville in this game. Kirkland once again going to work from under center. They're going to pass. Uh-oh, the wheel route. They got a man open. He overthrows him, and it's intercepted by Gibson. Sean Gibson. His second catch of the game. Both of them have been from Lane Kirkland. Gibson still extremely mad at himself. If I'm Boonville, I just do not understand that play call from Boonville whatsoever.
Not at all. You ran the ball all the way down the field. And once again, you try to go deep, and just not a good throw. And even if it was, I mean, well covered by Princeton on both ends.
Yeah, Boonville's only success they've had throwing the football has been wide receiver screens and maybe a little drag route or an out route, something out in the flats. They've had no success throwing the ball north and south. Princeton, they're going to put Wilkerson in motion. Hand it off to Wilkerson. Wilkerson up the gut. Javon Wilkerson, have fun catching him. He's in the open field. Wilkerson, he's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. A 97-yard touchdown run from Javon Wilkerson. The play that had just been stopped before, they've run it about 5 times tonight. This time they just could not keep up with the speed of Javon Wilkerson. And a 97-yard touchdown that was set up by the Sean Gibson INT. Wow, great job by Javon Wilkerson. Way to read that. He reads his hole, going across the field, cuts it up, makes one guy miss, and then just says, catch me if you can. Turns on the Jets. He'll go 97 yards to the house. Princeton now looking to go up 16 points. A little bit surprised they're not going to go for 2 here, but I think Princeton doesn't think Boonville has a kicker. Player down for Boonville. Once again, just a great job by Javon Wilkerson to read that. Great blocking up front by the line. He had a nice hole, read it well, turned it up the field, and took it to the house. What a great job. Wow, I'm still baffled by the play call by Boonville to try to throw the ball. It was 2nd and 8 there. They ran one guy out on a wheel and then ran another one on a post. The wheelwright looked like it was open at first, and I think Kirkle missed him and then tried to force it in on the crossing route. Just right to Sean Gibson, who picked it off, and then next play, of course, Wilkerson going to do the rest, take it 97 yards to the house.
What happened, he was in a ton of pain, and that really hurts Boonville's defense. He's one of the best tacklers around. It appears that Luke Dunn is going to kick the PAT here out of
Luke Dunn is going to be out here to kick the PAT. A couple bad snaps.
Marksberry's number 1. He's 20. He's 20. But he's third in the state. Marksberry's
So now, try and kick the PAT. Dunn,
Marksberry's first in state.
Another bad snap. It was high. Dunn's PAT's up. My goodness. That would have been good from 57 yards out. Wow. Princeton up top by 16 with 3:30 left in the third quarter. They're really looking to pull away with this one. Javon Wilkerson with a great job on that run there to get it and turn it upfield. Gibson having a knack for finding the ball. He's a ball hawk tonight out on the field. Once again, Jaden Scott's going to go out and look to kick. Got to think if you're Boonville, you're going to put some more guys up front to avoid the onside kick. Yeah, they're going to load up that other side. I have a feeling Coach Shank probably just going to kick it off here. They're really guarding against the onside, but I mean Princeton's already got 2 of them. Princeton now up by 2 scores, a 16-point game. The good thing for Boonville is it's only a 2-score game. If you get 2 TDs and get the 2 2-point conversions, got ourselves a tie game. Scott, he'll raise his arm. He's going to go to kick it off. He's going to just kick it deep to Cartwright. That is going to roll down and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Man, Scott almost kept that sucker in bounds. Cartwright was loafing to it. Man, if that would have stayed in bounds, I think Brogan Renier, who was flying down the sideline, might have been able to scoop it and score it.
Pretty skillfully done, quite honestly, by Jaden Scott, who's the kickoff man.
Scott's having himself quite a night. Boonville going to get the football at the 35-yard line.
Brings it out to the 35. First and 10 Pioneers.
Boonville going to go out in the power set. They want to move the football here. Boonville's going to move it to the middle of the field. 3:29 left. And Boonville, Kirkland will take it under center. He'll hand it off to Cartwright, and Cartwright is stuffed. Big loss on the end of that play. Great tackle there by Dakota Eden, stopping for a loss. Man, he blew up the center. The nose tackle, Eden, just flying across there. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Boonville Pioneers. Kirkland's under center. Snap, they're going to pitch it out wide to Kirkland. Kirkland is going to be brought down. A good tackle on the outside. Don't know who that was. Rich Stevens was the one who gobbled him up and slammed him to the ground, just holding on to that jersey for dear life. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Boonville Pioneers.
Princeton now leading by 16, 30-14.
2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Princeton, this third quarter has been owned by the Princeton Tigers. I think if you're Boonville, this might actually be 4-down territory. Kirkland under center. Power. And Kirkland's going to look to throw. Looking for Connor, and it's caught. Connor has it. Gibson runs him down. Wow, a great grab by Connor. And really, honestly, a nice pass by Kirkland. Put a lot of juice on it. Nice pass there by Kirkland.
He's right back up, though. Greer did hit the ground, but Greer is right back up and not.
If you're looking for a positive side on the weather standpoint, the rain has stopped. Still extremely cold. And what a nice pass by Lane Kirkland.
Play by Gibson just to stay upright and make the tackle, saving a touchdown.
Gibson's had himself quite a game here tonight. Cartwright up the gut. And a gain of maybe a yard. Going to be 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10 for the Boonville Pioneers.
Give him 36, so that is a gain of 1.
1:40 left to go here in the third quarter. Princeton's up 30-14 against the Boonville Pioneers on Princeton's homecoming. Kirkland under center once again in the power I. The snap. Going to hand it off to Cartwright. Cartwright up the gut, and he's got a gain of 4, it seems. Third and 6 for the Boonville Pioneers. Looks like Cartwright's really getting a little bit tired. He's got to be getting closer and closer to 30 touches. They are absolutely just force-feeding him the football. Cartwright really reminds me a lot of Colin Robinson for Wood Memorial. They were just giving him the ball every time and seeing what he could do. Both fast, shifty guys. Once again, power I for Boonville. They're going to look to pass. Going to look for the out route. Kirkland, he's going to look to run. He's going to have to set his feet, slings it, and it's incomplete. And 33 seconds left in the third quarter, and Boonville has a 4th and 6. And Boonville, they're going to get the call, I think. Boonville's going to go for it. I have a feeling Boonville is definitely going to be going for this. They understand they're down by 2. Princeton's been driving on you all game, and they are. Here it is. Boonville, 4th and 6. They're going to go for it. I give this ball to Cartwright. The snap. They are going play action. Good job by Gooch to blow it up. Ooh, yeah, pass interference. Wow, Brogan near smacked into him just a second too early. Definitely the right call by the officials. Pass interference will keep the drive alive for the Boonville Pioneers.
Figure out where to put it. Could be in 18.
28 seconds now left in the third quarter.
For whatever reason, he's putting it at the 19. So that's
Boonville's going to have the ball at the 19-yard line.
There it is. There it is. He got it right. He was going to have a 14-yard mark off, but he got it right. Go to the yard, bud. Go to the yard. All right, from the 18 then. 28 seconds left.
Boonville with the football. Once again, the power I set. Kirkland, he's going to hand it off to Cartwright. And Cartwright is going to get smothered. Mark Hall and Zach Motts have found some little extra life. And once again, talked about it all year, Coach Shank in his 4th season with these kids. You can tell they are well conditioned. They come out and they play great in the second half. They play great late in the first half, and in the second half, they wear people down. They run a fast tempo offense. Just keeping one unit on the field if they can. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. The end of 3. Princeton's up 30-14 over top of the Boonville Pioneers. Princeton has looked fantastic here in the second half. Really, since midway through the second quarter, Princeton has absolutely dominated this football game. Highlight of the game, Joe Wild, he's got 2 touchdowns already. John Wilkerson with a 97-yard touchdown run for Princeton.
Yeah, Princeton scored 23 unanswered after being going down 14-7 against Boonville. So about to start that second quarter, something changed for Princeton. They kind of figured out the run a little bit, and the Boonville team started wearing out a little bit as well. And since then, it's been all Tigers.
Yep, Princeton really figured out what to do to stop those stretch plays, and Coach Shank definitely saw some stuff on tape. They've been taking a lot of shots downfield. They've done 2 onside kicks. Coach Shank loves doing that. Loves throwing in a little bit of trickeration. He'll do it as much as he can.
Trying to avoid a third injury. The ball has been intercepted in the end zone. Once for Boonville and intercepted on the 3-yard line. The other
Jet
time.
Oil, Sam and Neely Munson.
They've also, Boonville, failed to cover 2 Princeton onside kicks. Pioneers have cheated themselves out of quite a few offensive snaps by not taking care of the football. The question is now, do they have enough time?
12 minutes left to go in the football game. Princeton's up 16 against the Boonville Pioneers, so still a 2-score game. If Boonville can score and get a 2-point conversion, they will have some life. But if you're Princeton, if you can get a stop and you don't even really have to score, you just got to burn some clock. Boonville has not done well passing the ball today. They have 2 interceptions, have not thrown for a touchdown.
The business office in Boonville is 897-1416. Again, those are your friends of the Kaler Funeral Homes. We got stats.
Oh, yeah. Princeton has 29 rushes.
Boonville's going to haul out.
Boonville's got 33 rushes for 225 yards.
2nd and 12 for Boonville. Going to be interesting to see if they elect to run it or pass it again. They've had more of a balanced attack here in the 3rd quarter. But I think that's just because Princeton's front 7 has just been smothering them at the line of scrimmage. Zach Motts and Mark Hall have really stepped up their level of play. Power set here for Boonville. Kirkland under center. Cartwright, the tailback. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright, and he is going to be stopped. A gain of a yard, maybe. Going to be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11 for the Boonville Pioneers. Man, Mark Hall and Zach Motts are killing it here in the 2nd half. Javon Wilkerson will check in. Joe Bickler will check in. And Gibson and Brogan are going to flip sides. Gibson more of the free safety. Brogan more of the strong safety. They let Gibson to roam the field, be the ball hawk, come up, blitz a little bit more. They want Brogan near to be more of the coverage guy. Here it is, 3 wide. And there it is. Timeout, Boonville. So Boonville's going to burn one of their 3 timeouts.
5-yard mark off, which is probably good. But the Pioneers need to save those timeouts, so they'll burn one here. 11-15.
If you're Princeton, you got to like that.
We'll just go ahead and keep
Going to be
this one
3rd
here.
and 11 for the Boonville Pioneers.
That might be huge when you look at it at the end of the game. If Boonville would happen to score and get 2 here, they won't have 2 timeouts. They wouldn't be able to stop the clock as many times as they'd like, maybe to get the ball back and have a chance in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that timeout's going to give Princeton's defensive front more time to rest. And not that they really need it. I don't think that necessarily favors Princeton, but it typically does favor the defensive side. Normally the defense needs the rest more than the offense. They have no idea where they're going. The offense always knows where they're going. And with 11:15 left in the 4th quarter, Boonville down by 16, only with 2 timeouts. 3rd and 12. This is a huge, huge play in this game. Definitely 4-down territory for Boonville also.
Castles at Harrison will score in the city. So here is 3rd down.
Kirkland from the gun. He'll take it. They're going to blitz, and he's got a flag. Oh, wow. Wow, Greer ran a flag right there for the Boonville Pioneers. Kirkland chucked it to the front pylon, just past the outstretched hand of Greer. It's going to be 4th and 12. Man, I like that route. Really not a bad ball, just a little bit too far out in front of him. 4th down and 12, great play call. Executed it well, just a little bit too far out in front of him, or this game could have definitely changed. And if you're Boonville also, just a touchdown helps, because that cuts it to 10. You can cut it to 10, then you have a chance at a field goal and a touchdown to stop it. That's still definitely doable. They are really going to need to convert this 4th down, though. Kirkland rolling out left. He'll sling it to the end zone over his head. Incomplete. And a turnover on downs, and the Princeton Tigers have the football back. What a great job by the Princeton Tiger defense. Secondary's really stepped up here in the second half. Sean Gibson with a couple interceptions. Good coverage there by Brogan Lanier. One-on-one with him. 11 minutes left. If you're Princeton, you don't even necessarily want to score. You just want to burn as much time off the clock as you can. A score is a plus. Any type of score makes it a three-possession ball game.
That and just make sure you don't turn the ball over. Don't be stupid with the football, and just hold on to it.
Yeah, absolutely. You just want to milk that clock as much as you can. Going to put Wilkerson in motion. Fumble! And Bickler's got it. Bickler's going to run for a loss of 5. Wow. Colton might have just jinxed them. Rumpel went to hand it off. It looked like he was a little low on the handoff. It bounced off Bickler's leg. If you're Princeton, you're just thankful you got it. Once again, you're just trying to burn some time here. Obviously, to burn time, you need first downs, though, and it's looking like the Princeton Tigers are going to have to throw the football now. 10:33 left in the football game. Princeton's up 30-14. 16-point lead over top of the Boonville Pioneers. Rumpel from under center. They're going to put Wilkerson in motion again. Oh, and it's play action. Rumpel will roll out. He'll swing it over the middle. Caught by Joe Wilt. Wilt up the field, and he got the first down and more. Great job by Joe Wilt. I believe that's his 3rd catch of the game. 2 of them have gone for touchdowns. Actually, that is his 4th catch of the game. Great job. Great job there by the Princeton Tigers. Joe Wilt having himself quite a night.
So the Tigers move the chains again, 10:08 to count and play in the game. Tigers lead 30-14.
Rumpel going to work from the shotgun. He's going to have Bickler to his left. He's going to move Bickler behind him. 5 seconds, and Rumpel's going to go from under center now. They're going to put Wilkerson in motion. Hand off to Wilkerson outside. Wilkerson's going to hop up. Wilkerson will cover it up. Nice pick up of 4 yards. If you're Princeton, this is just what the doctor ordered. A nice drive where you're burning the clock. Just going to try to grind out the rest of this football game and really just don't give Boonville a chance to score. Just do not turn the football over. Keep getting yards every play. More first downs, equal more time. No real need to take a shot. Think if Princeton, if you score it, it's definitely a game.
This will be interesting. Wayland's got single coverage on Wilkerson way outside to the right side of him. Rumpel throws.
Single high safety got Gibson wide left. Snap. Handoff up the gut goes Malik Hardiman. And Malik Hardiman's going to grind out for a pickup of 3. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Princeton Tigers. Once again, just going to keep that clock moving. 8:55 left to go in the game now. Third and 2 here for the Princeton Tigers. Kind of a generous spot there. Bickler and Rumpel in the backfield. Rumpel with a hard count. Coach Schenk going to wind this down and take a timeout. He's going to wind her down to 1 and take a timeout. So with 8:25 left, Coach Schenk is going to use his first timeout. Didn't like what he saw there. He'll burn a timeout. This is a big play in the game for Princeton. If he can get this first down, it's going to burn even more and more time off the clock.
Now, if you're Princeton, you like your chances. Just not turn the ball over, like I said. You know, as soon as I said that, we fumbled the ball, but luckily recovered it. And just sit on your lead and get another Big 8 win.
Once again, if Princeton wins out, they're going to win the Big 8 conference this year. At least get a hunk of it. Really? Never mind. Scratch what I said. Ah, unique. Uh-oh. Coach Schenk going to like to go with the jumbo set as Mark Hall is going to trot out there. Instead of Joe Bickler, this is going to be the jumbo that they like to use. Hardiman's going to be in shotgun. Most likely going to see a quarterback blast here where Hardiman's just going to follow Mark Hall.
short for Princeton here.
Mark Hall. Yep, and Mark Hall a nice block. And Hardiman's going to bust it out wide. He has got a lot of room to run. Malik Hardiman coughs up the football. Fumbled it out of bounds. So if you're Princeton, you're thankful. Wow. Princeton has 2 loose footballs on this drive, but a big gain there for the jumbo set for Princeton. They're out of bounds, so it stops the clock, but you got another first down. You're at Boonville's 37-yard line, and you're really you're looking to end this game here with a score. 8:17 is left in the fourth quarter. Lane Rumpel under center. Going to put Wilkerson in motion again. Hand off to Bickler up the gut, and that's a nice grinding gain of 7 there for Joe Bickler. Light rain starts back up. It's going to be about third and 4 here for the Princeton Tigers. Lane Rumpel under center. Going to put Wilkerson in motion again. This time they will hand it off to Wilkerson. Up the gut he goes. Wilkerson's got the first down and more. Wilkerson to the 15. He'll be pushed out at the 13-yard line. 7:30 left in the football game. Javon Wilkerson, a nice big gain. And Princeton has just worn the Boonville Pioneers down. Once again, Princeton doing that just about everyone they face this year. Just grinding away. And keeping the ball in their possession and really just trying to end this right here. A score would wrap this up. Rumpel going to work from under center. 3 yards behind him is Joe Bickler. They're going to put Wilkerson in motion. Hand off to Bickler up the gut. First down and more. He is up to the 6-yard line before he's tackled. Pardon me, not a first down there. Going to be a pickup of 8. Going to be about 2nd and 2 for the Princeton Tigers. And they are going to let that clock tick and talk and tick and talk. Little over 7 minutes left in the football game now. 16-point game. Tigers are up once again. Another interesting thing. And here we are, 6:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. They're going to put Wilkerson in motion again. They're going to hand it off to Javon Wilkerson. Wilkerson at the 5. He'll cut up. He's got the first down. And he's in the end zone. Javon Wilkerson from 6 yards out punches it into the end zone. Nice methodical drive there.
7 yards and a touchdown. It's right at 100 yards as I got it. What's up?
6:45 left in the football game. Princeton out to attempt a PAT. Good snap. Kick is up for Luke Dunn. The kick is good. Your score is now Princeton 37, Boonville 14. The Tigers have ran away with this one. Wow.
Princeton's now scored 30 unanswered points. It's going down 14-7 in the first quarter. So credit the Tigers for staying in there, not getting their heads down, and just making adjustments. This Boonville offense, who has moved the ball and got the ball inside the 30 3 times, but just not been able to convert.
Princeton probably just going to boot this one off. I don't think you'll see an onside kick here. Whenever you're on top by 23 points. 3-score game, 6:45 left. I have a feeling the Princeton Tigers have wrapped this one up now. Boonville, once again, has not scored since the first quarter. That Tiger defense has really buckled down. Jaden Scott. He's just going to pooch it up in the air to about the 35-yard line. And the ball is out again. This is one that will be recovered by the Boonville Pioneers. Wow, if Princeton would have got that one, my goodness.
Now another pop-up kick by Boonville. This one fielded by Bo Smith. Trailing this game at 37.
Oh, and the wide receiver screen, my gosh. What did he do to deserve that? Britt Stevens, that's a hit of his life. My goodness, just decleated him. Whew. Britt Stevens just smothering him. 6:15 left in the game. Boonville doesn't seem to have any attentiveness to hurry up. Any aggressiveness, I should say. Kirkland under center. They'll hand it off to Cartwright. Up the gut, Cartwright goes. Pickup of about 3. Kirkland going to work from the shotgun here. 3rd and 8 for Boonville. Kirkland will take the snap. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright. He'll go forward. Ooh, that looked nasty the way he got slung around there. Thankfully, he wasn't injured. That did not look good. Yeah, and the Boonville Pioneers, they're just absolutely worn out. They're going to punt the football. Princeton has just worn Boonville out, just grinding them down to the bone. 5 minutes left now in this one. Boonville is going to drop back and punt this one away. No one back deep to receive the punt for Princeton. Just going to let it roll wherever it rolls, take it from there. I wonder if Princeton will keep the starters in on offense. Good snap. Kick is up. Nice punt for Boonville. It's going to roll down to the 19-yard lane. Good job. And Ben Kennard at Clinkers would like to tell all of our viewers here, if you're viewing this right now, go into Clinkers, tell them you're watching the PD Clarion. If you go into Clinkers and, pardon me, first off, if you go into Clinkers and tell them that you're watching the telecast, that we will get a free meal tonight, not you. Maybe not the best of deal for you all out there. Go have a beer, relax. Unfortunately, Dylan Swift is no longer the bartender, so you can't talk any IU baseball or sports. If you go in there and tell them you're watching it, we will get a free meal. So if you'd like to do your friends at the local PD Clarion a favor, go do that. Those mozzarella logs there are calling my name at Clinkers. Hand off to Bickler up the gut. That is going to be a pickup of 3. Ay. Man, they are letting him play here. I'm glad they're letting him play with 4:30 left in the 4th quarter. I think I might be a little bit quicker on the whistle. But then again, this is also the game where we had and Joe Bickler's injured. Wallering in pain. If you're Princeton, you just hope that Joe Bickler's out of gas. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
You would hate to see that in a game that's decided and Bickler a carry up the middle getting hurt. You hate to see that. Maybe give somebody else some carries, some freshmen, but man, that would be scary without him in the backfield. I know we have some other weapons, but he's got the workload for the most part this season. I think he was holding his shoulder, maybe his elbow, and getting slung down like he did. You always think collarbone right off the bat, but let's hope not.
He's up, yeah, it's definitely his arm. Yeah, definitely his arm, the way he's holding that. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully it's just a little dinged up. He's moving it all right, so.
Helping us bring you high school sports all year long here on WBN.
Ay.
Princeton with it. 2nd down and 8.
My goodness. I thought they were letting that pile go a little long. It looked like no one was making any type of progress. Now they're going to give it to Hardiman, who's going to grind forward. Going to just grind out some yards. 4 minutes left here in the football game.
Actually give him out to the 27, so third down at 2.
Hopefully everything's all right there with Joe Bickler. Over on the Tiger sideline, I think that's where the entire energy of this football game is focused. Gotta hope that's nothing more than a little bump and bruise there for Joe Bickler. Hope nothing serious has happened. That'd be a huge blow for this Tiger team. And he has been a workhorse for them. Rumpel. Fake, they're gonna hand it off. We got a flag in. A little dirty laundry out there. And we now have 3:27 left in the football game. If we hear any update on Joe Bickler, we'll let you know. Maybe if you're lucky, Bickler just got hit in the funny bone. Helmet in there, fell on his arm wrong. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Doesn't seem to be. Maybe just a little banged up.
I'm really not sure what happened, but clearly ran out of gas. It may have just, again, been playing defense for so many snaps. I'm not keeping track. Jim is.
Rebecca's still working on Joe Bickler, the Tigers. Lane Ruppel going to work under center. Hardiman's back deep for him. In the eye. Clock is still ticking. Princeton's going to snap it. Oh, collision in the backfield. And Rumpel's going to get brought down. And fourth down, and the Princeton Tigers are going to punt. Timeout, Boonville. They're going to hope for a miracle.
As you mentioned earlier, the owner, Ben Kenner, wants you guys to go to Clingers after the game and enjoy a Princeton win. Former track star is Ben Kenner for Coach Bill Niederhouse here, who ran out the pregame flag to help the Tigers enter on homecoming night. I think he almost did his son Justin, who has done it for the rest of the home games here this season.
Bill Niederhouse, of course, running track at Butler, part of a record 4x4 time up there. Extremely fast young man. I think he still runs a 4.440. Bickler's back out there. I don't think Coach Shank is going to let him play, but I think Joe Bickler just a little banged up on that elbow. He seems to be all right, which is good if you're Princeton. You just didn't want that to be anything serious. Didn't want a dislocation or broken bone or anything like that. 2:57 left in the football game.
Chapman's going back here to return currently. Princeton hasn't kicked the ball well enough on punts, and has been really crafty on kickoffs. Boonville apparently is not going to have anybody back to return this, coming for the block.
The snap, the kick is up from Will. That's a nice punt.
Wobbly kick, but it's going to take a Princeton rollout near, well, and then it's going to backtrack.
There it is. The ball will still be in Princeton territory. Boonville's going to get it around the 43-yard line with 2:49 left in the football game. Joe Bickler's going to go back out there and play defense, so he is all right, which is great to know.
Princeton folks continue to kind of slide toward the exits. Crowd probably about a half of what it was when we started for Princeton.
The rain is still falling here. 2:49 left in the football game. Kirkland's going to take it out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to drop back. Another wide out screen. High pass will be caught. And nice tackle. And the fumble, and it's going to be scooped up by Princeton. And Brogan Rainier is going to haul in a fumble with 2:37 left in the football game. And that is going to put the final nail in the coffin there for the Boonville Pioneers. Ay. Gotta think the rain maybe could have played a factor in that. High pass, kind of juggle it, might have rushed it.
You only get 9 regular season games. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes, but this was just Again, for the first half, it was a good football game. Felt like one that was going to come down to the final 5 minutes, and instead, the Pioneers just cannot seem to get anything momentum-wise going their way in this second half.
Gibson going to be wide right, as well as Wilkerson in the slot. Going to have Malik Hardiman left.
Still in there with 2:37, and Princeton picks up
And I
the first down,
believe
so they run the clock out.
that's Kane Madison in at tailback for the Tigers. He'll grind out a yard.
And a different running back in there. That was Kane Madison.
So the clock just going to tick on down for the Tigers. They're just going to keep this thing inbounds, take their win, and go on next week for Princeton. Got to go to Mount Vernon. I'm sure that'll be a tough game. Mount Vernon, a decent defense, a senior quarterback there. And that could be a tough one for the Tigers, having to travel on the road. Then they'll come back. Final game of the regular season for Princeton is at home against Vincent's Lincoln. It'll obviously be senior night. That's 2 weeks from now on October 16th. Rumpel under center. He'll hand it off to Madison, who will grind out a gain of a yard. Minute 50 now left in the football game. Third down for Princeton.
Still looks a little gimpy in there, but not willing to leave the game. Neither team's going to put its JV in. Apparently in this one, we're just going to play it out with the varsity, even though Princeton does lead by 23. A minute 32.
Minute and a half left to go in the football game. Princeton's on top of Boonville, 37-14. Rumpel from under center. And I think Coach Shank really wants to get a first down here for Princeton. Princeton's just going to take a timeout. Minute 15, if you're Princeton, you can run this down to about 30 seconds left on the clock once you count off the play, and then you'll have your fourth down most likely, unless Coach Shank elects to chuck the rock here and just try to get a first down to end the football game. Once again, a minute 15 left in the football game. Princeton on top 37-14 over Boonville. Looking to set on the win here, a big 3rd and 9 for Princeton. Once again, homecoming for Princeton, the King, Joe Wilt. Also the King on the field tonight. Him and Javon Wilkerson having 2 huge games. And the Queen tonight, Emily Harrington. Of course, Princeton's homecoming. They're just going to hand it off to Kane Madison. He'll get a nice pickup of 2.5, 3 yards. And that's going to keep the clock on running. If you're Princeton, do you go for it on 4th or do you send the punt unit out? They're going to... And Princeton's going to decide to punt the football here. Always know that from Jalen Hyman marching out on the field. Princeton going to punt here. Wilt back deep. McConnell to long snap, and we have a flag. Delay a game on Princeton. Now 32 seconds left here. Hopefully Boonville will take the punt and elect to run it, and then we'll go home. Really a cold, wet night. Wilt, that's a boomer, about 10 yards down the field. Joe Wilt's not too happy about that. I think he'll be all right though. Really nice game from Joe Wilt. 26 seconds left in the game. If you're Boonville, hopefully just run the rock here, run one play, and then get on with it.
46-yard line. Boonville's on 46, so I don't know. 26 seconds, you got to cover the timeouts, maybe take a shot. Or you can just run it into the line one time and go home. Kirkland goes under center.
Kirkland under center. Looks like that's Cartwright behind him. The snap, they're going to hand it off to Cartwright up the gut. That's a nice gain. Cartwright will juke out, and he's going to get crushed by Cordell Gooch. At the end of that. 19 seconds left. Boonville might elect to run another play. They really want to. And the clock will run.
Last play of the football game, if Boonville can get it off us again.
15 seconds left.
The concession stand and the papers fly everywhere.
10 seconds left now in the game.
Down to 10 seconds to play. Kirkland goes under.
Kirkland under center. The snap, he'll hand it off to Cartwright. Up he goes. Cartwright, he's got a lot of room. And Cartwright's going to get a garbage time touchdown. Love seeing those in fantasy football. And that's going to be the final play of the football game. Cartwright, a late TD from 46 yards out. And that's going to be the football game. Final score, Princeton 37, Boonville 20. Final score, Princeton 37, Boonville 20.